What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with Alan Wake 2. Happy Halloween and whatnot. There's a naked body.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Okay. Thanks, Alan. So we just completed the obligatory subway level for the horror game. Now we are, I guess, going to the creepy apartment building level.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to
Oh, nope, he's not done.
to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
You done? Okay, I can keep going. You know, I gotta say, I'm actually getting a little excited for tomorrow because we are going to be playing Jusant, or Jusant. I'm not actually 100% sure how to pronounce it. It's a new Don't Nod game, which I know so many people are like, ugh, really, Don't Nod? I kind of have a soft spot for Don't Nod. I really like the first Life is Strange. Oh my god, the prequel one. The one where you played as Chloe. There we go. The one where you played as Chloe. I can't remember the name of that one. That one was actually, I thought that one was pretty good. I think the best of all of them. And then there was the True Colors one, which was also pretty good. The sequel I thought was absolute garbage. Didn't they do that game Vampire, if I remember correctly? But no, I think Don't Nod, you know, they're hit and miss, but I'm...
Changed. I was closer now.
I've been hearing good things today about Jusant and one of my favorite YouTubers, Christopher Odd. He's one of the guys that I absolutely love his style of just kind of laid back, you know, just kind of playing games, having fun. I like to say he influenced my style, if you can call what I do a style.
Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
But yeah, he said something really he said something really good about Jusant, basically saying that it's what did he say about it? It's the kind of like a chill game that he really needed right now, and that makes me really excited because I love those kind of like really kind of relaxed chill games sometimes because I love playing RPGs and shooters and this. But every so often, just like a nice laid-back, chill game is really great. A little earlier, for a couple hours, I was playing Book of Hours. It's the sequel to...
How long have I
Excuse
been
me.
trying to escape?
It was the sequel
I'm dead.
to Cultist Simulator. It's a really cool, laid-back, chill game. You know, it's got enough thinking and trying to, like, manage resources and everything in it that...
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake his ex? She knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Where was I going with that? But yeah, I was playing Book of Hours, and it's just another one of those games. It's really nice to kind of relax and sit and play. Unlike Cultist Simulator, there's not like a lose state or anything like that. It has certain elements that are very similar to Cultist Simulator, but then elements that are entirely its own. I heavily suggest it. It's a very laid-back PC game. Okay. Oh, great. This reminds me of The Evil Within 2.
Equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Does anybody else remember that photo guy from...
Alice! Alice!
Anybody else remember the photo guy from that game?
Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
You know, I forgot that Mr. Scratch is also a name for the devil. I think they mentioned it. It was mentioned by Casey or somebody in the last video.
Door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Well, you know, they mentioned that, you know, ooh, he's doing things under the alias of Mr. Scratch, you know, the name of the devil. And I totally forgot about that.
This is video camera. No memory card inside.
With what I've been saying, this game is doing things that remind me of Resident Evil. This is one of them. This reminds me of the modern Resident Evil games. You know, you interact with something and it'll pop up a menu that looks so much like that.
Alice's memory card.
All right. Part 1, I guess. Is this going to be like... Are they going to try and like kind of recreate the feeling of PT, where every time we solve like one level of this mystery, we're going to keep coming back, or, you know, like we're going to re-enter the apartment and it's slightly different this time, and so on and so forth. God, the live action is so weird.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him, one I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. Easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago,
Excuse me.
I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew.
Well, that's pleasant.
I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
You know, here's a question to you guys. Do you guys like the editions of the live action? I really do. Again, I liked it in Quantum Break when they did that like TV show to explain parts of the game. I thought that was cool. But now, I like how they're interspersing it in the live action in the game, in the rendered kind of scenes. It sort of adds to the trippy dream world aesthetic that I think they're shooting for. I love that word, aesthetic, but...
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Okay. That was short.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place. It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything, like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
I mean, I really like how they're handling this. And I know, I'm being a giant nerd. Excuse me. But I mean, I love the way that he's explaining the Dark Place, how it's like a half-forgotten dream. Because, I mean, really, that's kind of supposed to be... Sorry, I'm pausing. I just don't want anything to trigger time-wise while I rant. Because I think that's kind of the point of the Dark Place. So the point of the Dark Place was to just mess with his mind and make him go insane, make him lose time, make him forget everything, make him essentially bend it to its will. And the intro, and then bringing in Saga and everything. Okay, so we're starting to get starting to lead into more what's real and what's not. So Saga and Casey are both real people, but they're being written into the story by Mr. Scratch so that they couldn't help Alan, but they were able to help him somehow. So they still have a chance to stop him. I'll also say this, them drinking the coffee together, I know that might look really weird, and it was to me. I was like, why are they doing this? Why are they focusing on these scenes? But I really think they're trying to emulate stuff like the X-Files. They're trying to emulate Twin Peaks, just these... It's uncanny, it's weird, it's played very straight, and it's just something you're supposed to accept as it's just happening. It's well done. I really like this game. Sorry, I'm being a giant nerd here, but this game is really cool.
Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
It feels so different from the first game, but also so similar.
Performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
I mean, do you want to go to the dark place and see how your mind would be after the whole fucking process? I don't blame Alan for why he can't remember shit. I mean, for the little bit that we've seen, man, I'd go nuts.
That concludes our...
Okay, yeah, we've seen all these. I guess we should profile before we go to the case board.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected.
Yeah, no shit.
Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
I would go vice versa. But it's not hard to believe that
Wake just gave us a lot of information.
what was I about to say? Shit.
Seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
I would lean towards the I would lean towards oh my god, I cannot get the word out here.
From a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
I lean towards Scratch got out and Alan just kind of hitched a ride because Saga was following the clues. You know, like, it's kind of they were working together but from different sides of a mirror. Light in the dark presence. Inside a bright light, Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here.
Doesn't make sense.
Oh, wait. Top one was the dark place, wasn't it? I mean, no. No? Okay. I like how this board slowly builds out and everything. It's really cool. I wish there was more deduction and us kind of drawing conclusions, but I do gotta say I like it.
Okay.
So other thing, what's this one? There we go. There we go. I don't have enough clues to make that one work. Okay, I thought that one... Okay, there we go. We have no more clues for that one. I think, is that all the... that?
Okay. Mr. Wake, I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Okay.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Okay. I heard about that you can play with both characters. So using this, we can switch each other's stories. Okay.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them up. I remember writing an endless amount of pages. When this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
I mean, it's also possible that the pages just came through with him and Scratch.
Okay. Past favorite Deerfest floats. Go.
Yeah, see the guy dancing? Like, that was a thing in oh, come on, brain.
something to be done about the TV in my room. It keeps going on by itself. It's keeping me awake all night.
Yes, sir. I'm terribly sorry.
So, take a sip of our Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin.
Tried unplugging the TV for the night?
Oh, there's that behind son. Why don't I just get
Hold on for dear life on the Espresso Express. Oh! Soak in some local history at the Huatari Well, where two serial killers once hid the disemboweled bodies of their murder victims. It's not haunted. No. Come join Mocha Moose and the goats at our amusement park petting zoo. Just don't share your coffee with the goats. Seriously, stop feeding our goats coffee. Seriously. It's not.
I love this shit. Dude, they would have an instant customer in me with these commercials.
This is so much fun. And finish off at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9% discount on keychains and propane tanks.
Propane tanks.
We guarantee you'll jaw a great time.
God damn it. I love that shit. But yeah, the guy dancing, that was, oh my god, what shows did I compare this game to? The X-Files and Twin Peaks.
I can't force it open.
That's very Twin Peaks. I think there was a whole thing in Twin Peaks. There was just some dude who just stood there and danced. Anything we can get while we're here? I don't think so.
I swear I brought my full kit along. Jules? Didn't forget to pack the EMF reader, did you?
Oh god, Ghost Hunters. It's the only reason I can think of somebody needing an EMF detector.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? It must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough.
Why are we taking shots at Alan?
Even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the Salt Shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
So yeah, like I was saying earlier, we can swap between Saga and Alan.
Somewhere in Watery. I should ask
So
around.
essentially how I think it works is we can complete the chapters in whatever order we want.
Underwatery. I'll have to tell Casey that one later.
So, so say we do this chapter and then we go and play, we play a chunk as Alan. So we go back into the dark place and explore more there as him, and then we can come back out as Saga. Or we could play all of Saga's chapters, then all of Alan's. But I think you have to complete all of their individual chapters before
It's definitely quaint.
you can play the end of the game.
Good to see you.
If memory serves. If memory serves from what I've read of the game. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that propane tank. Quick slot, throw that there. Crossbow bolts. I'm waiting for us to get that crossbow. Oh, there's the flippin'
Okay then.
janitor. There we go. For some reason, I couldn't come up with his name. I didn't know it's Addy, whatever. I'm just going to call him the janitor. Oh my god, I want to select the radio! I said this before, but I am still very happy with how they handled the stuff from Control. You know, like the cameo from the janitor. We've got, you know, the FBC is showing up. But I was really thinking that it was going to be one of those, oh, you had to play Control to understand it. But no, I mean, they're very subtle. You get enough of them. You get enough of what they're about in this game that you technically didn't have to play Control. I mean, I'm going to say this. I don't think technically you needed to play the first Alan Wake to completely understand this game. Like I said, I'm saying technically I don't think you needed to play the first Alan Wake game to necessarily understand this one, even though they're referencing it. It feels...
Excuse me. Do you know where...
Archie's in the middle of a show.
I wonder if I'm the first FBI agent to ever get shushed.
How'd she know your name? You gonna address that fact that she knew who you were? Oh god, we get to go to Coffee World. This is gonna turn into come on, Brain. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Brain. Silent Hill 3. Took me a second, but I got there. Tell me there's a point of interest around here. But yeah, like I was saying though, I guess technically you really didn't need to play Alan Wake to fully understand this game. Sure. But I think you could really play this game.
A trailer park. Ilmo Koskela. Mom's family was from Sweden. I've always imagined it kind of like this. Saunas, lakes. Seems nice.
But yeah, I think you could really play this game without playing the first one. Like I said, I think you'd miss some cool stuff, but I think there's enough time in between them where it doesn't feel like a direct sequel.
You bet. The steam is amazing on my creaky old joints.
For the love of God, keep that towel where it is.
So we can crack open some beers.
I've read that taking a sauna is good for preventing dementia.
Yeah, and so is...
Really? Is that true? Nah, maybe not about the beer, but...
The Cult of the Tree?
The half-deer, half-man monsters? Oh, sure, I've heard of them. They're the reason I can't risk taking walks in the forest anymore. If one of them shows up, how am I supposed to get away? I can't run with a bad hip. I'd be killed for sure. I could maybe use my crutches to defend myself. Do you think that'd work? You're the professional.
Probably smart just to stay in the sauna for now.
Dude, I kind of want to go hang out in a sauna right now. Sounds nice. Especially if it's good for joints. My knees been really hurting me today.
Hey, Sarah, a sauna doesn't fix what ails ya. You're a goner.
They also say silence is golden.
They say silence is golden, so shut the hell up.
Whew. Hot.
Yeah, it's a sauna. What did you expect? Okay, anything else I'm missing? There's a conversation with new choices up here.
A vote for Mayor Setter is a vote.
Mayor Seta will stand up for justice.
I'm not sure what those are for, but there's a collection thing at the, back at the, safe room.
Do you have a second?
Mind Palace thing. I don't know what to call it.
No, see, Miss Anderson. Thor and Odin are not here. They are old tricksters always sneaking off.
Sorry, no, I wanted to ask you about something else. Do you live around here?
I live in Bright Falls. You have seen me around. I am Mr. Blum. You call me Vladimir. I work at a nursing home. I take care of your old people. We are on day trip, music, sauna, the good times. I bring them here in the bus.
The elderly are very important.
Why are you not going to talk about the fact that he apparently knows you and you don't? Just like Rose, they apparently know you, but you don't know anything about them. Does that not freak you out a little bit?
There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
Okay, well, we could keep going up that way, but again, I want to see if I can talk to the people in there, or if Adi's just going to keep singing. I think Adi's just going to keep singing. That point of interest, though, is really interesting me. Maybe I have to get back behind the stage, and I can't do that right now. And I know I said that point of interest is really interesting me right now. Shut up, I heard it.
Hey, Saga! Over here!
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga. Everyone in town missed you.
Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. Are you familiar with the Cult of the Tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh?
It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled. Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality.
Yes, Saga.
Messing with their memories?
Yes.
So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and
Smooth
fun.
blend.
We even had a real moose. Until recently. Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest. Don't go peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deerfest.
But yeah, I mean, clearly that's what's happening. Their memories are essentially being screwed with by the Dark Place, by the story.
Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Jaakko, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous.
Ooh, I'm gonna throw out an alternate theory. What if it's trying to draw us to that conclusion that the story is altering their memory? What if the story is altering hers? Well, but AJ, she had that phone call with her husband and daughter. Did she? Did she really have that conversation? We didn't see her talking. We didn't see Casey sitting there next to her. We took that for granted. It could be altering her memory.
Ilmo made it sound like I lived here.
I'm curious.
Does he really believe that?
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Jaakko. Her spare key is safe and sound.
The Koskela brothers have happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. Play along for now.
The more I think about it, the more I'm liking my idea that it's the story affecting her than everyone else. I'm liking this idea a lot more now that I'm starting to think about it. 'Cause it's kind of more fucked up. Okay. He remembers writing many pages in the Dark Place.
Doesn't make sense.
There we go.
Wake says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what's fiction.
Dude, I'm gonna be so happy if I called that.
That's not right.
You know, I'm gonna be so happy if I ended up actually calling the fact that she has false memories.
So, your commercials?
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide. And, Jaakko here really comes alive in front of the camera. Really.
Yeah, he does.
I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is. Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and, check them all out.
All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Yaku and I have to head to Bright Falls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
Call the gift shop so they can give Saga a hand. Yep.
There's Coffee World. Need to get across the river.
Oh, goody, more those things. God, I remember those from, was it Firewatch? Was that the name of the game?
What was that?
It was that, that walking simulator from, can't remember when that game came out.
Fuck! FBI, show yourself!
What the shit? But it's not nighttime. Oh. It doesn't matter. It's overcast. It's dark enough. See, I kind of like how the Saga's upgrades and Alan's upgrades are... Oh, shit. God damn, I can't shoot. Ow. Jesus. Okay. Alrighty then.
Is this the cult? Or the story? Or both?
Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, I really like how Alan's upgrades more kind of bend reality. Because his upgrades are about, you know, the words of power in the dark place, while hers are more just straight upgrades to the weapons. Which makes sense, you know, because it's, you're here in the real world. Which, yes, has certain aspects that are like the dark place, but not entirely. Don't like having to rely on the shotgun right now, but I don't have ammo for my pistol.
What had kept Watery afloat all these years? A century, if not more. The locals knew the answer. Grit. Or as they put it in the language of their Finnish forefathers, sisu. These days, sisu was needed more than ever. The town was fading. It never quite recovered from the lumber mill shutting its doors. Now the fishing was drying up as well. Most people had left to find jobs in other towns. Only the most tenacious stubbornly remained. Dug in. Parasites in the body of a terminal patient. Sisu. Some people tried to resuscitate the town. The Koskela brothers double-handedly warded off the impending darkness with their ventures. Coffee World brought tourists, money, and jobs. Coffee-themed fun for all ages. The Kalevala Knights motorcycle club built parade floats. The bikers repaired vehicles and volunteered locally. But it wouldn't be enough. Watery needed a miracle. The end of the road was in sight. It was coming fast.
You know, I am really mad at myself that I never saw that.
Figured all this out already. So this goes here, and that goes there.
So what we already know automatically gets filled in. That's cool. What was I about to say? I can't see like the little circuit board there. What was I about to say? Oh, right. Yeah, he mentioned Sisu. That was, were people who worked on John Wick, were they a part of that movie? But I heard it was really good. It was that World War II... That World War II movie with the prospector. Like I said, I heard it was really good. I never got around to seeing it. Wish I did. 2, 3, 5, 7, 1. Seeing crossbow bolts.
There's another cult stash.
Oh, that's cute. 5, because 1 arrow. 2 arrows and 2. 3 arrows and 7. That's cute. If you aren't wearing the mask, this don't belong to you? Well... it's mine now, bitches. Oh, I do not want to go into the amusement park when there are monsters around. Because that just sounds like Silent Hill, and I'm not okay with that. Alrighty, my dudes. Looking at the time, it's almost been that full hour, so I think it is time for me to leave you. Seeing this is probably going to be my last video today, I just want to say, guys, happy Halloween. Hope you all have fun today. I'm not going to say too much fun, but please, if you're of legal consumption age, I guess I'll say it like that, please be safe. Whatnot, if you're going to go out, look both ways before crossing the street or whatever. Check your candy and make sure there's nothing dangerous in it or whatnot. But, all the general Halloween stuff. Just, like I said, be safe, guys. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you. Because then, who would watch my videos? Alright, guys. Like I said, happy Halloween. Hope you all enjoy the holiday and all that. I will see you tomorrow with Jusant. So, thanks for watching. Social media in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till next time, guys. I'm out.
Saga was beginning to see why Casey disliked the woods so much. They felt oppressive here. Too many places to hide. The distorted carnival music drifting from the amusement park ahead did not help. What the Koskulas had said about her living in Watery with Logan unsettled her. For the horror story to involve her was one thing, but involving her daughter was crossing a line. Something darted across the path ahead, too fast to see. Saga drew a weapon. Her eyes searched the woods. A noise overhead. Saga swiveled to look. A local, a man on the ridge above her. No, not a man. A monster with a hatchet in each hand. It shouted down at her. Hunting season was a bust!